Hello friends. So I'm here to open the next vlog. You guys really do seem to enjoy this vlog format, so we're just gonna stick with it for a while. It's working a little better for me than traditional wrap-ups. So it's officially October 2nd. Yesterday I was at work most of the day, and so I didn't really get much of a chance to read. So let's talk about what I've read today. I mean, I've just kept going on Lady Luck by Kristen Ashley. That's my current audiobook. So I've been doing a lot of that. So today I did start my buddy read of The Princess and the Scoundrel by Beth Revis with Izzy and from Happy for Now and May from This Past Romance. I am really enjoying this so far. It's a different take than The Courtship of Princess Leia, if you've read that book. But I'm really okay with the direction this one's going so far. I really like the banter. I really like the interactions. It feels very true to the Star Wars franchise. I do think Beth Revis is doing a great job with it so far, and I'm very, very pleased and very happy so far. And yes, very much looking forward to the next tomorrow's pages. That's what I was trying to say. So the other two things I've read are volume 1s for my new volume 1 vlog. By the time you guys are seeing this, I think that'll be done. So I'll leave that linked up in the corner. But I've got My Happy Marriage volume 1 and Tsubaki Cho Lonely Planet volume 1 that I've read so far. I've got another stack here that I'm going to be working through. But book-wise, I think I'm going to start A Dowry of Blood. For some reason, I'm kind of finally feeling ready to read that book. So I think that's going to be like my physical read outside of the buddy read for the next little while. Arc-wise, I haven't picked out a new one yet. I'm trying to be more on top of those and get caught up again. So anyways, just thought I would open this vlog and check in and let you guys know what was up and what was going on. You've probably seen some B-roll before now. But yeah, I will let you guys know more when I see you next. Good morning, friends. So it's officially Monday the 3rd, I think. And yes, so last night I didn't do too much reading. Yesterday afternoon I went to visit one of my old coworkers and we watched this really old version of Persuasion. I'll put the image of the one that we watched here. I thought we were going to be watching the 2008 BBC one, but we watched this one instead, which is the first time I've seen this one. And it was so over the top and campy. Like, I really loved it. And we've decided the next classic we're going to watch is Jane Eyre. There's a version that she hasn't ever seen before. And so we're going to watch that one. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Her and I do that every so often. So if y'all want my thoughts when I'm watching these adaptations or rewatching them, just let me know. I'd be happy to talk about them a little bit more. But after I got home and took care of dinner and stuff, I did start A Dowry of Blood. And I'm actually really enjoying this because this isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. It's very interesting. Essentially, we're following this bride of Dracula, you could say, named Constana. She's basically recounting her entire life with this Dracula vampire person. Yeah, Dracula. It says Dracula on the back. But there are a few things in here that are just... Really, this book was written for people who have experienced domestic abuse, because the way that Gibson wrote this from Constana's writings, because it's more like her writing a letter or journaling, so it feels very epistolary. Some pages only have like a sentence or a few words, others have a bit more, and she's kind of recounting her life with him and the abuse and manipulation that she experienced with him. And it's brilliantly done so far. I'm very much enjoying it. I've got this other half to go. And then that's it. So today I have that to read, my buddy read pages for... So I have my 50 pages to read in Princess and the Scoundrel, which I'm still loving. I need to read those. And then I need to start my buddy read with Lindsay for Heaven Official's Blessing Volume 4. So it's basically going to be buddy reads and maybe some Dowry of Blood. I've got a really kind of crazy day, not just at work, but after work. So I don't know how much reading I will actually get done today. But tomorrow I've got a doctor's appointment, and then I don't I do a short like night shift tomorrow night. So I'll have a lot of time to read tomorrow. So whatever I don't get read today, I will tomorrow. So I don't know that you'll see another clip from me today unless like I have enough time to like finish or get my buddy read pages done in one of these books. But yes, very much enjoying Dowry of Blood. Like, it's very, very good. Better than I was expecting. And I knew that I'm not much of a horror person, and I know this has horrific elements to it, but the way they're written, it doesn't drag me down like other things I've tried. So I'm very much enjoying this, and I think it's because I am a survivor myself, and that is something I resonate with very much. So with that said, I need to go to work, and I will see you guys later. Hi, so it's been a minute since I've updated this particular vlog. So talking about A Dowry of Blood, I'm still about halfway through. I'm really enjoying the writing style. I'm hoping to finish this today. I hoped to finish it yesterday, but that didn't happen. And I'm still working my way through my 2 buddy reads, which is Heaven Official's Blessing 4 and The Princess and the Scoundrel by Beth Revis. Or Revis, however you say her last name. Really enjoying both of those. Nothing, like the banter in The Princess and the Scoundrel is fantastic. I really love it. It feels very Han and Leia, just like I wanted it to, so it's very well done. And Heaven Officials, I'm just obsessed with, and y'all know it. So I'm thoroughly enjoying both. Audiobook-wise, I'm not sure if I ever mentioned, I did finish Lady Luck. I'm going to give this one a 3.5. I do think that it does fall into some harmful stereotypes in regards to Black people and the police. There were just certain parts of that were rougher to read for me. So I didn't enjoy it quite as much as a lot of the other ones I have in the series. I have also since finished Breathe. I just finished that one yesterday. This one involves Chase Keaton, who's a cop from the previous book, Lady Luck, and the town librarian, Faye. And I thought the suspense and the story playing out of that one was really interesting because it felt unique for the series. Basically, in the previous book, Chase's wife was murdered, but he had no love lost for his wife. He felt bad because he didn't protect her, but she had basically trapped him into marriage through very nefarious deeds, made him look like a dirty cop, but he went behind everybody's back and was really the good guy after all. And Faye Goodnight is the town librarian who has had a crush on Chase Keaton ever since he walked into town, and he's had a crush on her for a long time. He had her picked out before everything went down, where he had to marry his previous wife. And so they've been mutually pining for each other for a very long time. So when they figure it out, it's pretty cute. And there's a subplot with a child showing up at the library, abused and dirty, and Faye and Chase taking care of him and what that all leads to, which is really fantastic. I really enjoyed that. So yes, I have also started Dark Whisper a little bit early. I'm about 40% in, and I'm loving it. This one feels very unique because she's been raised her entire life to be prepared for her life mate, and it's really beautiful. It's Civ. Civ is one of those almost feral, almost vampire Carpathians, and it's amazing. I'm loving it so far. I can't wait to read a little bit more. I just couldn't wait. I'm supposed to wait till Sunday. It's currently Friday, so I don't feel that bad. But anyway, I thought I might start it a little bit early because they tend to be a bit longer. So anyways, that's kind of what's going on here. My current audiobook is Jagged by Kristen Ashley. Again, it's another of the Colorado Mountain series. This one's a bit shorter, so I decided to go ahead and keep going. And then I'll start Always Practice Safe Hex on Sunday. So yeah, I have an appointment with my husband, and then I work tonight, and I work tomorrow, and I work Sunday. So I don't know the next time I'll update this vlog. I'm kind of on a 6 days straight of working thing. So I'm going to try to still keep you guys updated. But yes, this one will be combined with the Love in the Night vlog I'm sure the title says that by now, but I'm just going to combine the two because I don't have too much from this week because I've been working on that Volume 1's vlog as well. So a lot of what I've been reading is actually over there. So if you haven't watched that yet, it's in the corner, and I'll see you guys later. Hey friends, so I finished The Courtship of Princess Leia. Now I think this book did a great job of not trying to be The Courtship of Princess Leia, which is another book that by longtime Star Wars fans is very well loved and very well revered. They are very different stories, and you get very different things out of them. So in this one, Han and Leia have a swift wedding right after the events of the Return of the Jedi, and this is them going on a honeymoon for a couple of weeks. And the internal struggles that both of our characters are going through is what made this book for me. And the banter between them. I think Beth Revis did a great job of paying homage to these characters, the actors that played them, and the banter that they naturally had together. In this one, Han is dealing with the fact that he lost an entire year and is kind of having PTSD type symptoms because of it. And then Leia is grappling with her true lineage and how that affects her. There's a really powerful scene when she comes across Vader's funeral pyre, and it was very powerful to me. Again, I really enjoyed this. I'm giving it a solid 4. The plot, like, later in the book isn't necessarily my favorite. I understand why that was the choice, but it wasn't my favorite choice, which is why it's a 4 instead of a 5. But if Beth Revis wrote more about Han and Leia, I would definitely pick it up because I really enjoyed the way she wrote these characters. So that's all I have to say on this. This has been my focus in reading this morning. I'm working the night shift tonight. So my next focus is finishing Dowry of Blood. Because, like I say, I'm about halfway through. Shouldn't take me too much longer. This has been a fairly quick read. I just haven't taken a moment to pick it up because I've been making sure I focused on my buddy reads. Now that I'm one buddy read down, that should make this a lot easier for me. So that's the plan. And I will chat with you guys once I finish something else. Hello. It's time for an update. So let's update. So first up. Finished A Dowry of Blood. I ended up really enjoying this novel. I felt like it was very gothic, very eerie. It was everything I wanted it to be without being too graphic or horrific for me. And I'm a baby, so I really ended up enjoying this one. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I like how this woman liberated them from their abuser. And yes, that's all I'm going to say on this. I think it's best left with very few details and just going in and experiencing it for yourself. But if you do have triggers, definitely check them because this is a very abusive situation. Next, I did finish Heaven Official's Blessing Volume 4. I just don't have it with me because I'm at work. The altar scene gave me life. This volume was so good. I can't wait for the next one. And I just had the literal best time reading this with Lindsay because we're both big fangirls of the series. And, you know, we're 4 volumes deep, so I can't tell you too much. But I just continue to love them and love what's going on for them. And this volume was very good for them. Not so good for the people around them, but very good for them. So the other thing that's happened is I had started Dark Whisper a little bit early. And I did finish that before I came to work today. It was brilliant. This one is very plot heavy. So I do think this would be an okay entry point for the series because we're dealing mostly, there's only like a couple of established couples that you even see in this one. And it explains like how they came to be and why they're present. And it's just really well done. In this one, we're following Vasilisa. Vasilisa is a Lycan who has known since she was a child that she was carrying the soul of a Carpathian hunter and that she needed to protect it. And if it got to an age where she needed to make babies, she needed to make sure she had enough kids that she had a daughter and passed on the soul, and then she could decide from there. But Civ, who we've known for a little while, is her life mate, and he finds her in a very unexpected way. I'm not going to tell you how. And he technically does the bonding ritual before he even like sees her in person, because they touch mind to mind first. And she explains that she knows who he is to her. And this one has a slow burn quality to it that most Feehans don't. And I ended up really enjoying it for that. And I just had a great time with it. 10 out of 10 would recommend the series. And I do think this is a great entry point. It's very low steam for a Feehan. There were technically 2 sexual kind of scenes. One is oral and one is penetrative. You know, P&V. So definitely enjoyed it. If you're looking for a lower steam, higher plot paranormal, this one would be a really good one to try. But it still has that great emotional intimacy that you need, because they share mind to mind. So they have all these little things that they share together. And he calls her my lady because technically she's a princess of the Lycan. And it's just so sweet. Like, he's so respectful of her, and I just love it. So anyways, the other thing that I finished so much since I've updated this vlog. It's been too long. I did finish Jagged by Kristen Ashley. I'm slowly working my way through this series, and I ended up enjoying this one. Not as much as some of the others, but I think that things moved more smoothly in this one than some of the other ones. So I still really enjoyed it. Solid 4 stars. So what am I currently reading? So on my Kindle, I'm going to start The Captive Merman's Promise. And then for audio, I've started Always Practice Safe Hex. And I am really loving it so far. So that's what's up. Talk to you later. Hello. So it's time for an update. Today is Tuesday, the 11th. So I've finished one book, and I'm almost finished with a second since I last updated this vlog. So finished the group book, which is The Captive Merman's Promise. This book gave me exactly everything I wanted and needed from it. It truly just was what it promised. We are dealing with a Bruja who takes her family curse into her, and she's trying to get rid of this curse. So she shows up at the shadow market to talk to the most powerful warlock to see if she can get rid of this curse. And it's brilliantly done. She comes across this beautiful merman in a tank, and it is about them having a relationship. It is a novella. It's very short, takes place over a few days, but I loved everything about this. Would not change anything about it. I gave it 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We'll talk more about it on the live show that should be live. It'll be up by the time you guys are seeing this vlog, so I'll leave it in the corner, whichever corner it is. I forget. But absolutely adored it. I am almost finished with Always Practice Safe Hex. I've got about an hour and a half left in the audiobook. Really, really loving this. Getting to know the Grimms a lot better, and dealing with Livy and Gareth has been absolutely brilliant. The way their plot is working out is working really well for me. It just is. It's doing all the things that I need in a good paranormal. So thoroughly enjoying that. We'll probably finish that before I even get to work today. The other thing, I did start rereading Barbarian Seduction. I'm now about 40% into that one. So that's going to be like, I'm not going to take that one to work with me. That's just going to be like my going to bed kind of read. The other one that I'm working on is Ravensong by TJ Klune. I forgot to include this in my TBR, but Lindsay Tutt and I had talked about buddy reading this one because we buddy read it. We buddy read Wolfsong last year for Love in the Night. So we're buddy reading Ravensong. I am a little behind. I plan on catching up today and tomorrow. And I'm really, really loving it. This one is much sadder to me than Wolfsong was. This one has that gut-wrenching thing going for it for me. It's very emotional, really. TJ Klune is really just a master of his craft. This series is my favorite from him, though I do adore The House in the Cerulean Sea. There's something about his Green Creek series that's just top tier, and I just love it. So, that's my update for now. I haven't picked up any manga yet, but I'm almost through my TBR, y'all. So, I've got a few things, because I forgot The Kraken Sacrifice comes out today. So, I may pick that up once I finish the Barbarian book, and then do the Orc Maiden book after that. But I'm so excited for this. So, I think once I finish Barbarian Seduction, that's what I'm going to read next, is The Kraken Sacrifice. This is the sequel to The Dragon's Bride, and I'm really excited. It's a Grumpy Sunshine. I've not done a tentacle book yet. Like, I've just not yet. So this would be my first tentacle book. Just so y'all know. I think this readathon is a perfect time to do that. So, anyways, that's where I'm at right now. I still need to put on some makeup, but hair is done. And I'm going to keep listening to Always Practice Safe Hex. And I should be finished with that relatively soon. So, chat with you soon. Hello, time for a reading update for Love in the Night. I just got to work, but I did finish Barbarian Seduction last night. It's like a marriage in trouble kind of situation. They just kind of got out of sync, got themselves back in sync, ended up being really good. I really enjoyed my time. And I'm making really good progress in Ravensong, which is gut-wrenching on so many levels. Like, I just cannot with what with Gordo and Mark have gone through and what they're continuing to go through right now. Like, there was just a big reveal before I turned on this clip, and if you've read the book, you can probably figure out which one, because there's a certain person who seemed on the outskirts of the situation who actually has a much bigger part to play now. And like I say, if you've read it, you could probably figure out what I'm saying there. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm kind of flabbergasted by it, and I just cannot wait to see how it all goes from here. And I truly love this series. It's been too long since I've read one of these, and I need to spend more time in Green Creek. Anyhow, that's it for now. Barbarian Seduction was a solid 4. Ravensong's definitely going to be a 5 at this point. It has been such an emotional journey, but it's been so rewarding at the same time. Like, it's just so good. Anyways, I do need to go into work, so I will chat with y'all later. I think I'm going to start either the Kraken Sacrifice or the next Ruby Dixon one. I'm not 100% sure which. I don't think Kraken Sacrifice is on KU yet. So I may wait and either order the physical copy or read it on KU first before ordering the physical copy. I haven't decided which. So that one may wait till like next week. But I also might throw the Demons Bargain in because that's on KU. So we'll see what I pick up next. I don't know.